Always getting situated. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm so excited to be here with you every week. And I'm excited about this series on different products that Stampin' Up! Carries. So I hope that you've been enjoying it and I hope you'll stay tuned today. My name's Mary Ellen Stites. My business is Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest every week to share a new idea, a product, something that I feel my gift is to teach. So it's Teach Me Tuesday time. So let's get started. So we're going to go back to the very basics of Stampin' Up, which is our stamps. We have some fantastic stamps, but not all the stamps. I'm just going to talk today about photopolymer stamps. Do you know what photopolymer stamps are? If you're a stamper and you're here, you probably know what they are. Don't laugh at me. So they are clear stamps, and I'm going to show you one of my new favorite stamps that I'm going to peel off the cover I can show you. This is my new favorite, my current favorite out of the mini catalog. It's called Curved Occasions. Hi, Lee. And this is photopolymer. Photopolymer is a clear stamp. They just come off just like this. They're clear. I can see through them. I can stamp with them. So I'm going to tell you some of the basics of how to treat your photopolymer stamps, how you can get the best out of them. But stay tuned because I'm going to show you some fun ways to use your stamps thinking outside the box, because that's like super important to me. I like to show people ways to look outside of the box when they're doing their crafting. So let's get started. I'm going to take you down to my desk. Well, let's just talk first about the basics of photopolymer stamps. So they're clear stamp. You can see through them. You can see exactly where you're positioning them. Sometimes people will have some difficulty with them stamping right out of the box. So I want to share with you some of the things you can do to kind of condition your stamps if you find that it's not, you've practiced it on a piece of paper and it's not coming out perfectly clean. It's called conditioning your stamps. And what you can do is you can take the stamp and you can take an eraser just like this, and you can kind of run it over your stamping surface of your photopolymer stamp, and that just kind of roughs up the surface. The other thing you can do, let me grab it, is you can use your Stampin' Chamois, and you can clean your photopolymer stamps with your Stampin' Chamois. That helps too. Now, the last thing, and this is a very effective way, is to stamp it in Versamark. Stamp it in Versamark, kind of clean off the Versamark, and then ink it up. And that kind of conditions your stamp too. Hi, Karen. I'm glad you're joining me. So there's some ways that you can condition your photopolymer stamps right out of the box. You can wash them with soap and water. I didn't talk about that. You can use a little sand eraser or any eraser. I like the sand erasers. I like these mono erasers just like that. And I just use it on my stamp, and that roughs up the surface and gives me a good stamping thing. You could use your chamois. You can use your chamois, or you can also use your Versamark pad. I got distracted by guys who were walking by. Use your Versamark pad, stamp it in the Versamark, and then clean it off a little bit, and then stamp in your ink, and then you'll get a nice crisp image. So the other thing that people get freaked out about, and you saw my Curved Occasions set. Well, let me open it up again. They do stain, so they do stain a little. So this one right here is stained. The reason is because I did use this stamp with stays on. I do not recommend that you use them with stays on, and I normally do not, but I'm going to show you the card here in a little bit of why I use it on stays on and why I use stays on it. And I was really quick to clean it. I like to clean them quickly with soap and water, or sometimes if I have hand sanitizer on my desk, and I'll rub a little hand sanitizer on there quickly. I'll wipe it off really good, and then I'll use soap and water, and that usually gets the stain down. Don't worry if they're stained. Here's one I have on my desk right here. This is a clean stamp, but it's stained. That means it's conditioned and it works perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine. Now, I talked about stays on versus memento. If you are doing any kind of coloring, you're going to want to use memento. Don't use stays on. Stays on will eventually break down your photopolymer. I was very careful to clean it. If you're going to be very careful and you're just going to use it a little, but if you're going to use it a lot, I do not recommend StazOn. Use Memento. So now I'm going to take you down to my desk. I promise I've got some stamping for you. So I've brought in one of my stamp sets that we just used for Stamp It Your Way, and that's the seasonal branches. And I am going to show you some alternative uses of these branches here. So I've got some paper. I think I had some scrap paper here, right here. Okay, so I've got some scrap paper, and here's my stamp. The other thing I didn't talk to you about is sometimes these stamps, they aren't sticky all the time. Hi, Kelly. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take soap and water and clean them, and then they just become sticky all over again. So I'm going to bring in a Pebble Path stamp ink pad, and I'm going to just show you how beautifully these stamps stamp, just like that. So I got a little branch like that. So now this is the other one that goes in that set. I'm going to leave that out, but I'm going to bring in my chamois and I'm going to clean that. And I want to show you the great thing. Oh, I miss your smiling face too. Thank you. The great thing about these are you can curve these however you want. So I'm going to do something a little different. And I'm going to take this and I want to make a wreath. I want to make kind of a grapevine wreath. So I'm going to make this in an arch and they will stick and it's super, super nice. So I've pre-cut with the new decal circles. There's 14 of these dies. They're amazing. They're in the new catalog. And I'm going to use this as my guide. And so you see I've curved it and I am going to make a little card here. And I'm going to make this into I'm going to say a grapevine wreath. 'Tis the season, right? We're getting into the fall temperatures, at least here. I know Kelly's not in Arizona. It's still probably brutally hot. Okay, so there I've got my start of my wreath. And if I want to pump this up, I can keep going around, or I'm going to take this little one and I'm going to curve it on my block, just like that. See how I curved it? It made it really easy. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go around and fill in some of those little spots. So see how fun that is to take that stamp that was straight. It was just a straight branch like this, and we've turned it into this fun grapevine wreath. Okay, and I think the more stickies, the better. that's my term for it. The more branchy branches out, the better. So let me clean my stamps quickly. Just using my chamois. Okay, and then I would like to, I'm just going to turn this into a card. Oh, it's 95 in Arizona. Oh my goodness, that's hot. Well, it's going to get a little warmer here, but it's in the 70s now, and I'm not complaining one bit. All right, so I'm going to bring in another photopolymer stamp set. It's called Pick of the Patch. And I thought it would be really fun to take this wreath and add some pumpkins to it. What do you think? So I'm going to make a card, and I'm using the wood grain paper from All About Autumn. And this is the Pebble Path. This is the same color that I stamped with. And I'm going to make my card here. And I'm going to use my bone folder to burnish the edge. And then I'm going to add this All About Autumn. Look how fun the other side is. I almost hate using it. Look, it's like, it's a metallic copper and moody mauve. It's so, so pretty. Hi, Angie. Hi, Kathy. I bet it's warm in Florida too, Kathy, right? Okay, so I am using the wood grain right here, and I'm going to add my wreath, and I'm going to wait. Oh, no, you know what? I'm not going to wait. I'm going to just add that. I haven't made this card. You know me. I like to just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So I like the way this looks right here. And I am going to bring in, I pre-stamped and cut a bunch of pieces. All right, so here's some fun pumpkins. I've got pumpkin pie and a little stamped off Coastal Gabbana. These are the pieces that come in this punch bundle. All right, so there's the stem, 2 pumpkins, and the leaf right there. So we've stamped that. Now I'm going to bring in, a couple greens. I've got Old Olive. This card is probably going to end up being a lot more than what I thought it was. Oh yeah, Lee, I forgot you were in Florida too, 87. All right, so I'm going to bring in, oh, that's really dark. I don't know if I like that. Let's see. Well, it's not bad. I'm going to just put some color around my wreath, just a little. I know my pumpkins will be down there. Okay, clean that off. And then lay a little bit of old olive near it. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of extra color, just like that. Okay, now I'm ready to put my pieces on. And I think I'm going to start with my Coastal Cabana. We'll see how this comes together. And I'm going to put these down here, and I'm going to pop up this pumpkin pie colored. I can get my dimensionals are stuck together. Surprise. Just like this. And I'm going to pop up this pumpkin right next to it. So these are kind of on the wreath, semi on the wreath. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of liquid adhesive. When I say little, I hope I do little. Okay, and I'm going to add the stems. I want one to go this way. And let's see, I like this one a little bit better. I'm going to make this one go this way just by turning it over. Now I've got, well, I don't know if I want to do this or not. I've got some wild wheat here, and I've got the little tendrils. I kind of like the little tendrils. Oh, it's 90. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy, you're farther south than Lee is. Lee's up by Orlando. So I'm going to add, I could have stamped this before. I'm going to add the little curly cues. What are those? Tendrils? Those are little, oh, which way do I want that to go? Decisions, decisions. Oh, I like that. Doesn't that not pretty? You guys will be like, no, Emmy, that's not pretty. It's getting super busy. No, it's pretty. I don't know if I even need these leaves, but let's add them anyway. Now I have to add a little greeting, and I may even have to add, think about if I need a little, I'm going to add this down here. I don't think it needs to be up at the top. A little bit of glue. Just like my daughter was playing with this. Gosh, I almost want to tuck it in under here. Cute. Okay, my daughter was playing with this stamp set last night, and I had not used it yet. That's it, matches it. It does match it. So I pulled out the stamp, thanks so much. I'm going to show you, don't tune out yet, because I'm going to show you. I'm going to stamp it right there. Okay, so there's using the photopolymer in a little different way, but I want to show you another, that curved occasion stamp set I've got. Gosh, I'm going to pull in some dots here, and my take your pick tool. I've got some copper dots. I think copper dots is just what this card needs. And then one of these big ones right down there. And there's that card, just like that. I just got to finish the inside. But I also want to show you an alternative using the stamp set Curved Occasions. Okay, so you see that this stamp set goes with this punch right here. So you would say, okay, I can use it for these 3 greetings. I can stamp this punch and stamp happy birthday, thanks a million, or miss you. But in reality, all these can be used with this punch. Okay, yeah, it needs Wink of Stella. You might be right on that. I'll go do little Wink of Stella on it for you. Okay, on the fly. It was okay on the fly. All right, so I'm going to bring in this stamp, and it says, you're great. This is a stamp. It says, you're great. Oh, I hope it's just you and not me. And so if you're going to stamp this stamp that says, you're great, just like this, okay, that's fine. But if I went to punch it, it'd be kind of awkward, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that, and I'm going to do it the cheap and easy way, just by stamping off. I don't have jeans on today, so I can't do that. But what I like to do is I like to just curve it just like that. And if I'm doing something and I have to be super sure, I just punch out a little sample like this. And then look, I can see that that's going to go right in there. If I want to be super, super perfect, I might lay that down and just form it around just like that. Okay, so let's stamp that here, just like that. And then we can turn our punch over, and I want to show you, see if I can do it with my left hand's not so strong. Just like that. I've curved my stamp and made it fit my punch. So I love to look at my stamps in a different way. And I want to show you a card that I did that with. Here's one where the happy birthday goes this way. And then I wanted happy dance to go the other way. So I curved it the opposite way. And I ended up with this fun disco card. I mean, if y'all are my age, you remember the disco of the 70s. So super, super cute. And I made the happy dance, which comes straight into a curve. So I want you guys to look at your photopolymer stamp sets in a little different way and curve those babies and make some fun alternative projects, just like this wreath, or stamping your, putting your greetings in a little curve or a wave, and see what you can come up with. So much fun. But let's add a little Wink of Stella. Oh, do I have Wink of Stella? Okay, I don't have any Wink of Stella on my desk, so I have to go ahead and add that later, and I'll take a picture for you, Kelly. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.